I say, I do not offer forced holocausts to God, those which are offered for mean interests. I do not agree to speak, if that is granted only to him who has come to speak. It is my right and I assert it. Out in the sun or within closed walls, upon the mountains or down in valleys, on the seaside or sitting on the banks of the Jordan, everywhere it is my right and my duty to teach and to buy through my work the only holocausts that are pleasing to God, converted hearts made faithful by my word. Here, you people of Chorazim, have granted the word to speak, not out of respect and faith, but because there is in your hearts a voice that torments you like a woodworm gnawing at a piece of wood. This chilly punishment is due to the harshness of our hearts. And you want to make amends for your purses, not for your souls. Oh, pagan obstinate Chorazim! But not everyone in Chorazim is such, and I will speak to those who are not such, by means of a parable. Listen. A silly rich man took a lump of material as fair as the finest honey to a craftsman and told him to make an ornate amphora with it. This material is not good to work at, said the craftsman to the rich man. See? It is soft and resilient. How can I carve it and shape it? What? It is not good? It is a valuable resin and a friend of mine has a small amphora made with it and his wine acquires an exquisite taste in it. I paid for it as dear as gold, to have a larger amphora and thus mortify my friend, who boasts of his. Make it at once. Or I will tell everyone that you are a poor craftsman. But your friend's amphora must be of clear alabaster. No, it is made with this material. It is perhaps made of fine amber. No. It is the same matter as this. Let us suppose that it is made of this matter, but it must have been made solid and hard by age or by mixing it with other solidifying ingredients. Ask him, then. Come and let me know how it was done. No. He sold me this himself and he assured me that it is to be used as it is. In that case he cheated you to punish you for envying his beautiful amphora. Watch what you say. Do the work or I will take your shop from you to punish you. In any case everything you possess is not worth what I paid for this wonderful resin. The desolate craftsman began to work. He kneaded. But the paste stuck to his hands. He tried to solidify part of it with mastic and powders. But the resin lost its golden transparency. He put it close to his blast furnace hoping that the heat would harden it, but clasping his brow he had to take it away, because it liquefied. He had frozen snow brought from Mount Hermon and he immersed the resin into it. It hardened and was beautiful. But he could not mold it. I will carve it with a chisel, he said. But at the first stroke with the chisel the resin broke into pieces. The desperate craftsman decided to make a last trial, although he was already convinced that it was impossible to work on the material. He gathered all the pieces together and liquefied them in the heat of the furnace. He then froze them, but not too much, with snow, and he tried to work with chisel and broad knife on the softish mass. It molded. But as soon as he removed chisel and broad knife it resumed its previous shape, just like dough rising in the kneading trough. The man gave up. And to avoid being retaliated to and ruined by the rich man, during the night he loaded wife, children, furnishings and working tools on a cart and fled beyond the border, after leaving in the middle of his workshop, now completely empty, the fair mass of resin with a note on top of it with the words, "It cannot be worked. I have been sent to shape hearts according to truth and salvation. I have had in my hands hearts made of iron, lead, tin, alabaster, marble, silver, gold, jasper, gem. Hearts that were hard, wild, too tender, inconstant, hearts hardened by sorrows, precious hearts, hearts of all kinds. I worked at every one of them. And I molded many according to the desire of him who sent me. Some hurt me. While I was working at them, some preferred to break into pieces rather than be completed. But they will always have a recollection of me, even if it may be a hateful one. It is not possible to work on you. Nothing is of any avail with you, warm love, patience in teaching you, severe reproaches, chisel work. As soon as I move my hands away from you, you become again what you were. There is only one thing you should do to change, to abandon yourselves entirely to me. But you do not do that. And you never will do it. The desolate workman leaves you to your destiny. But, as it is fair, he does not abandon everyone in the same way. In his desolation he can still choose those who deserve his love, and he comforts and blesses them. Woman, come here. He says, pointing to a woman who is near a wall and is so bent that she looks like a question mark.